Welcome to Paranormal Gateway Paratalk. I'm the host, Scott Wise, and tonight's special guests are Carrie, Jane, Kimberly, Robert from Paranormal Pulse. Paranormal Pulse is a unique paranormal investigation team that values learning and understanding over simply collecting evidence. They believe the science of the paranormal is still largely uncharted and that genuine assistance can only come when they understand its nature. Paranormal Pulse is a dynamic collaborative organization where all members have an equal say in its growth and management. They track and analyze their success and failures in a massive database, identifying the best equipment and conditions for effective investigations. This approach allows them to develop theories and explore various variables in this uncertain field. In contrast to many other paranormal schemes, Paranormal Pulse prioritizes learning, aiming for consistent results. They value enjoyment and thrill of the paranormal, but they maintain a professional and truthful approach. They caution against groups claiming to help when the science of the paranormal remains largely uncharted territory. Paranormal Pulse is a team of dedicated investigators who are committed to advancing the understanding of the paranormal. The ability that learning and understanding are essential, providing a genuine assistance. So without further ado, let's welcome Paranormal Pulse. Hi guys.
Here.
Okay, I pushed you guys in. I'm like, they are in. And why? I have 2 more after that. So I guess we solve like I usually do for each one of you to what caused you experience for each one. Like, Carrie, how did you start? Was the experience you had? And then they'll go around the room.
As we were talking earlier, I grew up in Ohio, but as a young child, I saw things, heard things, felt things that others didn't. And, I thought I was normal and everybody else wasn't normal. And then teenage years, you kind of hide it. And then I just finally was like, I can't stop being who I am. So, I just started investigating, and then being a military wife and traveling, we investigated everywhere we went in England and all that, and then came back and decided it was time to start a team in our new location here in Utah. So,
But was your husband into it?
he's not in the team, but he comes along and helps when I need it. So, but we formed in 2009 after we were part of another team and we didn't like the direction it was going. So we left it and started Paranormal Pulse. So I've been doing it for over 30 some years.
Okay. Me too. Yeah. It was saying for me that about that time that I was in a group I got out of and start my own group then too. So I don't know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be done. It can be done. So
Okay, Robert, you're next.
Ladies first.
Oh, okay, well.
That lets me out.
You're a lady too. Box line.
I guess I'll go. I have always been fascinated for as long as I can remember. I've lived all over the country and seen a lot of historic places. And now that I'm an adult, I wish I had been able to investigate there. But I was at a restaurant with a friend, and another member of this group came up and gave me a hug and said, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Excuse me." And he thought I was Carrie. And we got talking to the lady who was our server, and she said, "If you want to know about this place, talk to those 2 over there," which was Carrie and Cordell. And when I saw Carrie, I was like, "Oh, that's why he thought I was Carrie." We're often asked if we're sisters, but I've been in the group since 2014. This is the first actual group I've been in, but I've done some investigating on my own.
Where are you from, Janie? Where were you born? We were discussing that.
Virginia.
Virginia. Okay.
I don't claim any one place because there's been so many. But that's where I was born.
I guess you're up there, Kimberly.
All right. I've been with Paranormal Pulse since I think 2021. Is that when I came on 2021? And
Before that, I think it was before the pandemic.
Was it before? I don't recall, honestly. I grew up in a home that was very, very active, and it was just kind of a normal thing. It was scary at times, but it was just kind of a normal thing. And then I learned that this probably wasn't so normal for a lot of people. So then my fascination grew, and I started seeing apparitions as well and things that others couldn't see at times. So I've just always had this fascination. And then I learned, there's more history involved than just, learning about, ghosts. So that's kind of what's drawn me into it. And then I met with this group, and I've been actively investigating ever since.
We actually met you through an investigation.
Through an investigation. Yeah, at my office, and it was fun. And then we've just kind of been together since that day.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Now it's you, Rob.
I grew up.
Come on down.
Yep. I grew up in Pennsylvania, Air Force, and got stationed in Utah.
Rob, you got to talk into your mic.
Their audio's cutting out.
There we go. Good now?
There you go.
All right. I met Carrie through my sister, and they invited me and my sister, onto an investigation in 2015 or 16, I think around that time frame. It was a Halloween night, so I figured, hey, why not? I've always enjoyed scary movies and ghost stories and stuff, but never had any experience growing up. And just fell in love with it. Fell in love with the group of people that we were investigating with, and the locations that we were able to go and investigate, and it just drew me in. I would say I've had a few experiences. I'm still a skeptic to a degree, so I always try to keep an open mind when I investigate them.
And what's special about Rob is that he went to North Dakota.
Yeah.
And we kept him in the team and said, just come back. And he came back. So didn't lose him.
So what about you, Scott? How did you?
For me, growing up, I was always into paranormal. I did library, getting a lot of books on, so to start off with. And with that older, and I ended up getting married, and I thought, well, I never had any experiences per se, but once I got into the group and got out, I was more in tune with everything, and ever since that, I've been experiencing a lot of stuff. But when I first started going out, we had the VCRs that we used and cameras and stuff, and they're a pain in the ass to go through evidence with. And I'm like, finally we got to the point where you bought 8-channel DVR system, and that's a lot easier to go through with that, And I love going to evidence. I love doing that. So I would get like 8 recorders and place them around, and I had like 100 hours of audio to go over, and 40 hours of video to go over, but I love it. And the team I was with for about 15 years before I came out here, I guess. We started back in PA, and we were Ghost and the Spirit Paranormal. And so we had that group for many years. And we first started off, we had so many residential cases. Some of them had to get 2 a month, when we first started. And then I guess I got to tell everybody people started getting used to their surroundings and think, well, maybe that door slam wasn't a ghost. Or maybe that crack in there was statistical to that. So, So I know not everything is ghost and not jump to conclusions. So, I mean, I think that, in itself, we didn't get much more after that, so we started going to many places, like just jails, we went to churches, we went to theater, we went to a bunch of places.
What was your favorite place to investigate?
I think my favorite thing, I can't really, I asked you that too, it's hard, but Haunted Mansion, I think, was one of my favorites, because I had I called audio AVC, because I actually heard it in my ear and picked it up on my audio. Yeah.
And you're in Florida, is that right?
Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Sorry. Buckeye.
I'm not I have no idea how to do it. I know it's we are. There you go. Okay. Yeah, but another place I went to was I thought was the Hillsdale House.
Hillsdale House?
Hinsdale. Up in New York.
Okay, is that the one that's supposed to have the demons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't get a demon there, but we got this really weird howl and in the woods that really creeped me out. I have to show you this here.
What isn't it also rumored that outside has puckwudgies, or I can't say that.
Puckwudgies, yeah.
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 I would like to investigate there.
And another good place
is a really cool place.
Yeah, that's awesome. I had some weird dreams while I was there too.
Oh, you stayed overnight?
We stayed a whole weekend.
Oh wow!
Wow,
that's nice.
And they also have cameras and stuff that you can get of every room the whole time you're there. And it costs $100 for it all, and that's
How
I
much?
think that's bad.
400?
Yeah. Well, it's 100 for the cameras. To go there, it's I think it's like 400 a night. I think it's But we had like 8 people go, so and it's not bad though, because you can take shifts if you want to, but it's a great place to go. I want to go next spring, I think, again.
Wow.
That one gets nice out. Because that place was, oh god, it was really, it's like the dreams I had there, it was, wow.
Yeah,
I still,
there.
yeah, it was the one room downstairs is one of that, and it's what, I'll tell you real quick, I was laying there and they had a table, a bedside table, and I thought I woke up and I saw these people sitting on bed but across from me, and I thought I really thought I was dreaming, and they're arguing back and forth about something, and I look over at the radio, and it's one of those old timey radios, like back in the Waltons, whatever.
Yeah.
And I seen that, and I looked up, I looked around, like, it was a weird feeling. I heard all these voices in there, people sitting on the bed beside me. Yeah,
You know what they were arguing about, or
I don't. They're looking at the radio and arguing. It's like and like yelling at each other. I'm like, what the? I had no idea.
Wow.
And then I had a real weird. I didn't really tell anybody, but I'll tell you tonight, real quick.
no, we're lucky.
Poachtown Elementary School, I was sleeping. I think I woke up a little bit, and I was like, real, just wake up. And I saw, you said about apology? Because I swore I seen one up in the corner.
Oh,
And
wow.
I'm like, I just I close my eyes like this, and I was going like, you know, what's really weird about it is she was looking down at the bed where the girl was sleeping. It's like, oh, and
Now you
yeah.
saw that with your own eyes, or did you see it on the
Yeah,
camera?
no, I saw my eyes. I look up like that, and I
Hmm.
haven't told anybody about that but her, but, you know, whatever. So, she was, no. It was the worst thing that happened, though. Or maybe it was a little kid or something, but it looked like a little hunched over, you know, but
Wow.
it was
No,
weird.
it's not a very big house, is it?
I was talking about Post Town, though.
Oh,
It's
okay,
where I saw that, Post Town School.
okay.
Yeah. But no, I got try to go together on a trip sometime. That'll be fun. Yeah, there's some of the places I've been to is like, but that
So,
place you guys gotta go to Hinsdale. You gotta go. If it's a one night, you gotta go because it's
Oh, there's a movie from 2019 called The Hinsdale House.
mm-hmm.
there's
Saw it.
It's
videos.
described as Paranormal Activity meets the Blair Witch Project.
Well,
Check
that's
that
because
out.
they say the outdoors is as active as the inside, but
Yeah, because it like the Indian burial ground there too.
Oh,
now I thought they said they had cameras in the house, and I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, they were posting clips of people who were going into the house thinking that, just a bunch of like teenagers and that renting the place going in for partying. And then I guess it shows in the bedroom things being thrown or one girl being pulled off the bed. And so I don't
Yeah,
know if they're going public with these videos or that, but I like to at least watch from here. Watch a live link.
Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes they do a lot around this time of year. They'll do it, and then when they have the once a year they have the paranormal around the world,
Oh, wow.
and they have cameras from different places. But
Oh,
you gotta get a month before because it sells out. And
yeah.
I made it one year and I didn't get to this year. I was kind of pissed off, but I was there. I was like 3 days late from getting it.
Oh,
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, it was like $50, but it got all cameras, got there everything. The castle in England, they had Scotland, and they had like 4 or 5 places, and they had Blair House, the Brazil Ashford House was one.
oh,
Yeah, they had a lot of good ones.
that'd be cool to watch if you can't get to
Yeah,
them.
Yeah.
The last time I was back in Ohio, I'd always go down to Wendover. Not Wendover.
Utah.
That's
Wendover.
funny because that's out here in Nevada.
Yeah. No.
going gambling.
I don't know why I just said that. Waverly Hills. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Always go down there. So
Yeah, I didn't get to go there. Yeah, I want to. But if you're in Ohio for a weekend, I could probably get us into the Art Museum in Mansfield. That place is awesome.
what
I always get a lot of stuff out of there.
what would you say, you like evidence review, what would you say is your favorite type of evidence? Is it EVP? Is it video?
EVP definitely.
Yeah, I
I
think
could do that for hours. Like I'll come home out of investigation and drive it 8 hours. I'll stay up and start doing review.
I'm telling
But
you, you should join
what
us.
I do what I do is I'll sit there and if you do, I feel like I'm nodding off, I'll click bookmark. If I'm nodding off, I'll go back to the bookmark.
We've got thousands of hours worth of
Oh,
videos and audio to go through.
I love doing that stuff. I could do hours and hours.
Well, I think every team needs to have a dedicated evidence reviewer that knows the standards and what you need. Because when I start nodding off,
Yeah.
it just, or like you said, you put so many audio recorders out, you're hearing the same conversation 5, 6 times. And you're
Yeah,
like,
what? I should have at different locations around those. They're
Yeah.
a little different now. So I should have like at least 5 to over 8 hours each, usually.
mhm.
But I love doing it. You guys want to stand around, you might well help.
Yeah,
I don't mind at all doing that stuff.
it's a lot of
Yeah.
work.
It's all out, yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot of work. But as soon as you capture something and you look at it and you share it and compare it to other people's audios or videos and you
Yeah.
think you got something good, then it's like,
We got
good.
we got some really good AVPs that are definitely a class A.
Class A.
No, definitely. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Like the one up in New York for the museum, and there's a Palmyra Historical Museum and Phelps General Store, and that I'll tell you real quick that the story is that place lands on family burned the house. And they moved the museum property over to that area and built up the house on it.
Wow.
And then, so we got an EP of a voice saying, "Come on down with us."
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Robert, is that a little ghost running around in your
Yeah,
house?
what am I seeing?
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, it was my 13-year-old ghost.
I just saw something white. I just didn't even notice it was your son. I just went by
Yeah.
real fast.
He went to go get some popsicles out of my
Oh,
beer
okay.
fridge.
He's 13 already.
13.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see you had some misfortune there at your window.
Yeah, some Halloween bloody handprint.
Very fully sprawled window.
Well, you know, it's right now, it's amazing that once October hits, all the paranormal that come out of the woodwork, pop-up groups, people that Utah State is having a lecture on ghost stories and that, and they're just coming up everywhere.
It's the season.
Utah's kind of a mecca when it comes to, I would say, maybe paranormal, but definitely like haunted houses. It's like this whole state, I don't know, collaborates together when it comes to Halloween. It's pretty awesome, to be honest.
Yeah. My son just went to Terror Town last year.
Terror Town?
Terror Town. It's the old town, western town over back. And you go through, you buy certain wristbands, and the higher you pay, the more involved they get you.
Oh, yeah.
He came home covered in mud and blood.
Yeah, because you can sign papers and they can physically
Oh, yeah, they gargle you and do stuff to you.
put things over your head.
Yeah, he was drenched in blood.
Not real, I hope.
Nah, I've told him, I told him usually use corn syrup and dye, usually, so. That's what I usually use when I used to do hard makeup for, I used to go to a graphics job. We used to have Halloween every year, and they do hard makeup. That's what I use.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
We do our own little Halloween podcast where we kind of dress up just for the night. Kind of have fun with it.
Yeah, I thought about having on Halloween night having I eat a bunch of HVPs and buy them.
Yeah,
Might
that'd be
do
neat.
that.
We've
Yeah.
investigated Halloween nights several times, and we've never had experience or things increase because of Halloween night. Full moons, yeah, we got
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
with the full moons, but
Mhm.
other than the typical youngins out there drinking and running up down the streets,
Yeah.
Halloween night, it's fun, but
Yeah.
I've never had anything that's like
Mm-mm.
powered over any other night. But
Yeah.
No.
When I was doing the Fire Museum one time, I did it live from there. I had a stationary camera. I actually streamed live through a stream right here. I was trying to find somebody I was on a couple different places to see if anybody would do a live, on my stream during Halloween night. I got one person, he said it was just about 4 weeks ago, and he never got back to me, so
yeah,
probably be fun.
Yeah.
yeah, I would if we had something Halloween night, but it's on a Tuesday.
Yeah, no, that was kind of hard for
Yeah.
everybody.
If it's a weekend, all for it. I mean, we've gone places like you where we've started Friday morning and ended Sunday night
Mm-hmm.
and that. So, but
Yep. We did Post Town like that too, a week now.
a weekend, yeah.
And Post Town, we got the best videos in the state we ever got. And it was basketball coming off a wheelchair in the auditorium. We were going around setting stuff up, and I friend of mine was down. And we were setting up, and we call base camp.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
And so we were setting stuff up, and they came down and they said, "Did anybody move that basketball off the chair in the auditorium?" We were up there, and they, bullshit, yeah. I was like, "No, we don't up there." And he also they kept sounding calm now, so he went up and got his video camera. It broke down. We caught that on video.
You caught it on video?
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like looking at stuff.
Here it is. At the right end, you'll see the chair and the ball be on it. And
I was going to say do
closer.
a full screen. Yeah.
And where was that?
I was at Post Town Elementary School, Ohio.
Oh.
That-
Is
Some
the
force
school
behind
still
it.
in use?
Yeah, the guy, all the money he gets goes right into the building because that's kind of run down a little bit. So every year he's doing more and more to it.
Mm.
I was gonna name him Daryl. He's a nice guy.
That's one of those big, heavy dog balls. glow
It
in the
sounded
dark.
really heavy.
Yeah,
Because
it's actually a basketball.
Oh, is it? I
Yeah.
should have sent you the clip. We have a clip where we had one of those big glow in the dark dog bowls inside a tape holder, so it was lodged in there. And on the video, you can hear this ball just hitting the ground, and it landed over by me, which was 2 rooms down. But you didn't catch the ball on camera, but you caught Dave, who goes, "Whoa, whoa," and he goes over and explains how the ball and shows where the ball's at, but it's like every time we set a camera up, the ball would fall from somewhere else, never on camera. caught it on audio, but
Yeah. We got a church choir also on audio.
Really?
choir singing
Church, yeah,
in a church or school or
in a church.
in a church.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, did we?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm cutting you guys time. I don't really.
No, we love it. We love it.
We do.
Yeah, so
I think
it's
we
on
have
the.
churches here that we can investigate. Well, Heritage, which was an old church, but pretty
Yeah,
much.
we got this. Yeah, we got this. I'll play it for you.
Hear that?
Wow.
That's amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is that
See,
church still used?
No,
Is
that
it-
church was built back in 1818,
Wow.
and the preacher, she was so nice. She asked him in, or pastor, I've heard her name. But she asked me in a few times, and actually, the first group I was with, the very first EVP I got was in that place the first time I went there. I was there 3 times, but I got one there, here. At same church where I got a little kid's voice saying something. It says, I knocked on the table. It's just in the nursery playroom by the church. And I knocked on the table, and the lady I was with said she make a noise that she did. And I'll play her, see if you think it was Terry saying I say it.
I have cats. I've stepped on my cats.
That's wrong. Here it is.
Can you make that noise like he did? Can you tap on the table?
That was the tap?
That's the tap. Yeah, that's tap. That's us.
Oh, okay.
But I
And
didn't
then-
hear the boy.
That
Can
she
you make
asked you
that
about.
noise like he did?
She did.
Can you tap on the table?
Yeah.
You
I
talk
heard-
this, but yeah,
Yeah.
I can't.
I
Did you
can't.
say I can't or I can?
I can't say.
Can't.
Did you
Yeah.
talk this?
Yeah,
I
I
can't
heard
talk
it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have
Wow.
kids' voices calling out mommy or
Oh, we get that too.
yeah, that's when they yell out mommy and you're the only female there, and it's kind of like heartbreaking sometimes.
Yeah,
But in the other times, it's like, well, they're
yeah.
happy they're here.
We-
Maybe I don't know.
We actually had investigation now south at the house, and there was a girl there, and they have food fees, but they want us to do a sludging or
Oh, yeah.
if they're out there to clear and stuff. We usually don't do it. They ask us to, and we call the voice of her saying she's crossing over.
Yeah, we don't do that.
I really don't, but it was kind of sad, but it said, I'll play with it.
Yeah.
Right. So where Doctor heard, we think she's saying, I think I'm crossing over, mother.
Oh,
And I think the knocks, I don't know if it's noise is make going over, because we make it knocks.
Hmm.
So
That was
I
me.
don't know.
we have one clip, and I didn't send it because it's there, but it's in Lagoon, back in the village, and it's
Is an amusement park here.
right, but they brought in houses from around the area and put them in there. So they're historic buildings, but they had the one building, the carriage house, I think it was. It has like the horse-drawn hearse and stuff like that. And it's a clip, and it's a girl. She sounds French, and she goes, "I love you too, Papa."
Oh,
Hmm.
oh,
So
that's cool.
yeah, but
Wow.
So
Okay,
have you ever brought anything home with you?
I think I have some here, but it doesn't bother me. I think it's, that stuff happens every once in a while, but it doesn't bother me.
that's me. I'm like, you can come home with me.
I don't really ever invite him to, but
I do.
Sure he does.
And my in-laws swear I bring them everywhere I go. So
I've enough problems done my dog and my son. So.
hey, I took my dog years ago, and this was back when I was on the other team. It was here in Perry, the Heritage Theater, which is an old Mormon church or meeting house, I'm not sure. And they had pictures of a lady there with her dog, and all these beams of lights were hitting the dog and coming back and all that. And I kept saying, well, I think it's a camera glitch in that. So they're like, well, okay, bring your dog. It's not a scary place or anything. So I brought my Cavalier King Charles with me. We're there, and I'm like, okay, well, if the dog's going to pick something up, we'll know. Nothing. Just nothing. He was just like, let me sleep. We tried the pictures. Nothing happened. We did discover later that the dog had a reflective on its collar, so in the light it would beam, but they were trying to say it was this spirit that wanted the dog, and that it's the only time I ever involved an animal. But
just be careful. We used to take people with us on investigations, so we stopped doing that because the noise contamination is horrible because they don't stop talking or whispering, and it's like, shut up. I'm not whispering now. Shut up. Yeah.
So
it was fun, but
does your son do this with you?
No. When he was younger, he'd say, "Can I go somewhere with you, Daddy?" And like, well, you're 5 years old. No. So they got to be 9, 10 years old. Now here they said, "We never asked me to go." I'm like, dude, don't always say that shit. Yeah. I'll play go. I'll try to ask me all, but no, he doesn't really. And the couple places down the road here now we go to. So, but
my youngest used to want to do this, and we'd take him on some investigations that we knew were safe and very low, like Union Station and the Browning Mansion and that, which I can't believe we took him there. But and then he met his girlfriend, now wife, and it was kind of like paranormal back here, wife here. But they did go this last summer to a location with us. He still likes it, but it's not his favorite thing. And my oldest son, nothing. He doesn't want anything to do with it. And my daughter.
But my son's in college now, so.
Mine are, way out in college.
Well, yeah, I started late.
Yeah.
When you go into investigation, do you take a moment, if you haven't been in that location, to listen to the normal sound of that location? I like to go in at least and sit for a couple minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes, just to get a feel for the area.
Yeah.
Try to listen to the normal sounds.
I also do the first thing I do is I put my video recorder on right away. Right before I go in, so I have everyone But I'll do like you said, we'll make a field place, and then we'll. Sometimes you can pick a good place like Poachtown Elementary School. That has like 50 rooms in it, a lot of rooms. That's 3 floors. So we get back there twice. I'm back again probably next year. But yeah, I go in different places and sit down for a few minutes. Usually for the first hour, and then we'll come out, get stuff again, and settle. So,
Yeah, that's necessary. And when you go to a place long enough that you just know the sounds, and then someone new comes in and they're freaking out because, a sky light or something, that normal building noises, and then they're like, what's that, and they're freaking out, and we're just sitting there like, but Rob's right, you do have to go in and adjust to what the sounds are, even if you go back, because every night can present something different, from the wind to all that, but yeah, certainly as soon as you go in.
Yeah. I had my experience I had Poachtown. I was in, it's called Bad Teacher's Room. I sat in that for a while by myself, and everybody's down the hall trying to fix the light while I'm working or something. They saw it down there. And I was sitting there, it's just quiet and everything. I just bang! I realized, like, what the hell? It's like something saying. And I said, what the hell? And they never heard me down there. And then all of a sudden they came down running and said, "Did you say something?" I said, "No, did you hear that bang?" And I said, "Yeah, never hear anything." And then I caught that bang for loud on audio. And I got that. My really a friend of mine, Leslie Rose, she writes ghost books. So I got that experience in the book. That's kind of cool.
That's cool.
But yeah, that place I gotta go. I mean, you first got to Ohio, what biggest township there?
I'm ready to
yeah, you want to record like Carrie. When you come back to Ohio, I'll give you. Just tell me what weekend to come back, and on Saturday night we can go to the museum, fire museum.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I want any problem again.
That's awesome. So let me.
I'm like this with them, so.
Let me ask all of you a question. On a location, on an investigation, what do you, or how would I word this? If you're on an investigation and you yourself are putting time in a certain spot in the location that most people will say, no way, what would you say was the scariest place that you sat and investigated?
So I always wanted to be put in a morgue thing, but I never got to do that.
I've done that.
See, I was done that. But scariest place? I'm not really sure. Maybe the bad teacher's room when those guys were going, it felt that weird. But not myself really. I don't know. Really, there's a couple of places I did the blindfold thing in a different room. That kind of creeped me out a little bit, but
I've done the morgue, but I've sat in the Wyoming Frontier Prison, the gas chamber. It's like a sardine can with just windows and a seat, and you're just like in there like this. You can't move. And there's windows all the way around because people would sit and watch you getting executed. I sat in there for the longest time. Just nothing.
see, like, I want to do that all.
Say you do that, people are always like, "Oh, did you get this, this, and this?" And I'm like, reality, no. But I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I like prisons.
I do too. Yeah.
And they hold prisons and sanatoriums or hospitals. things where there's a
Yeah.
lot of emotions.
Mhm.
But I'll pretty much go anywhere. So
I would
Yeah,
say
we
Grist
did. We
Mills for
did. We
me.
did. What was it?
Grist Mills. It's
Oh,
close
I
to
got
Missoula.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was when we were in the what's the big barn or
The
the
barn.
production
the
mill?
bar,
The mill.
the mill, yeah.
Yeah, the mill down in the very bottom, the basement, where you can look down and see the small little stream. We were down. I was down there by myself for only like maybe 10 minutes, not even that. But I didn't hear anything, but it creeped me out. I
Did
don't know
it?
why. Yeah, I just got weird vibe down there.
I didn't get anything down there. All I got was bumping my arm into the bolts and that.
Yeah, it's pretty tight down there.
But you would think the stories are that in that area, the little girl and that. But I never
I
caught
think that's what. Yeah, I think that's what was freaking me out a little bit.
So the
Just
little
that
girl
notion.
drowning there.
Supposedly a little girl. They don't know if in the mill pond where the mill is or if it was across the street in the pond. But TV shows are coming through given one scenario. So that scenario's kind of caught on. But history wise, they can't specifically say. There's reports of a girl drowning, but they can't specifically say in which pond it was. So, but yeah, that's the old grist mill out here. The little school that isn't really a school. Caught
Me
some
and Jane
stuff
sat
there.
out there, and I mean, besides hearing a few things and then the light, and then I didn't really get a weird vibe or feel uneasy in that location.
So
The
Scott, when
barn
you
there is not very friendly to me. That's just me.
Oh,
I'm just thinking of Ohio, of all the places there.
yeah.
Investigate.
The one theater is out here. I want to go to.
Theater.
The one theater. I took.
Is it Trans Allegheny? Is that?
But yeah, that's out here. Yeah, Trans-Alleghany's out here.
Have you done
But-
that?
No, I didn't get to do that. I love to, but I didn't get to that.
Yeah. Nowadays, though, they've caught on, and it's what you used to be able to do free or for a couple bucks is now
Yeah,
doubled the price on it.
yeah. I
So-
think last time I checked for the sandstorm out here, actually the Paratalk I went to, they're sort of like 3,000 a night in some places.
Ooh.
I'm like, nah,
Wow.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah,
Most
it's ridiculous.
places be 400 a night, and if we get like 30 people to go, we'll go. But I'm not paying any more than $100 to go to this place.
In one
I mean,
place,
that's a little pricey.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, locations here that what they're charging for a night of investigation, outrageous. Absolutely outrageous.
Some place you allow you to investigate for 4 hours. I'm like,
Yeah.
you get an hour set up, hour tear down. Like, I'm like,
Well, it's like you say when you
that's
guys,
what I think about that.
when you guys set up cameras and your
Yeah, see,
cables,
Wait.
trying to get cables
yeah,
and
we stopped doing ATVRs because it took too long. There's only 3 or 4 of us. So we had our Sony i8s and our DVRs, and we just stationary. And then we used to have 3 4 each. But I got 8-channel DVR back there, SD2 back there, I think, in the closet collecting dust. And a whole bunch of wires and stuff I haven't used for like 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we used to set up all the cameras, and then we kind of cut back on it on special occasions, and then like getting that reviewed was almost impossible because it was going to one person and that. But I always carried the cameras and the GoPros and that. I prefer to carry a camera with me.
Right, we do too.
Try to get, not looking at you or up your nostril, but where your eyes and that are going. And
right.
I had a friend of ours, Zach, make a harness thing for me so I could put a camera here, a camera in the back, audio in back, and kind of, well, it's on the American Paranormal magazine picture, and it's a cool setup. And I've asked him if he can make me a smaller one, but
yeah.
It's
so like that you have eyes in the back of your head.
Yeah.
My mom used to always tell me that backseat fight with my brother's car, and stop hitting your brother. And it's like I got eyes back on my head. She actually looking at the rearview mirror down. I was like, yeah.
Yep. My kids used to do this. I'm like, wait, they're like looking for your eyes. I was like, I know all. So
yeah, kind of being a bias. So you sent me some pictures and some audio. You want me to start on them?
Sure.
I'll talk with you long enough. So,
that's good. We like to talk.
Yeah.
I sent some stuff. We have so much evidence, but there's a lot of it that's confidential. That
I understand residential because
not even really residential, but commercial buildings and that. But
okay.
I pulled out some that and totally forgot about. Could have done the Browning Mansion now that it's closed up.
Well, it goes always welcome back.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
That won't be a problem, though.
Yeah, make it a part 2.
Yeah. Part 2.
Now, I'm sitting here thinking of clips I could have sent now that I'm like kicking myself. So.
Yeah, I can start off the pictures and you can start there if you want.
Okay. I think we've all seen these pictures, but there's still one of them made it as a cover on a book. And we all know what that one is. Just could never explain it. That picture there, it's a little pixelated there. That was Cordell and I in the EH, and he took the picture. And this is what he caught. It's like someone's in front of him, but then it looks like it's moving towards the window. But then the interesting thing is the shadow on the wall of like the arm and the sleeve.
It's like getting the arm.
Yeah, that is not him. Actually, he was the only one up there. I wasn't even up there at the time.
Right.
But with this, we went back several times and spent many, many hours trying to do everything we could to debunk this, and we could not. And so I still really like this photo.
Oh, yeah.
It looks
it's a good one.
Yeah, the arm in like a shirt or...
Yeah, I see it right there.
Yeah. And if you look on the other there, you see it looks like a short sleeve. You would think it's Cordell, but I don't know. We couldn't get it. And I don't know how he would be in front of it.
Unless someone took a picture behind him.
No, this came from his camera going into room 28. Now that room there is actually an active room, especially for the men. There's a female in that room. But
it kind of looks like something you're coming in or going out.
Going out. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of going. Yeah, like you said, it's either coming out or going in. But
the way it's going like this, it'd be going in.
Yeah,
like up here.
Going into the window room.
Yeah. I see it now.
the shadow on the wall, we even with someone behind taking the pictures and that, we couldn't get that shadow that way and that, so it's never been explained.
All right. I mean, if there's the IR behind you.
No, that's just it's a UV camera. I think he was
Okay.
using. So
Okay.
there's no other
Alright.
lights.
Okay.
So in that room, it's weird because that room used to be an outside window. You
Mhm.
went to an alley, but they added on to this building 7 years after it was built. So then the outside windows became an inside window into an atrium with other rooms around there. So it's kind of the whole window is just a weird thing.
Wow. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's a good picture.
Yeah. Let's get the next one. This is a really good one. I can see his feet and his body.
Yeah.
This was
Ah.
taken. It was Cordell, Jane, and I, and this was actually the city hall / jail. So
Mhm.
right where that guy is, if you look in front, there's some chairs. There used to be, the judge would sit against that back wall, and then the chairs were there, and then behind the wall it went into a jail or had a couple cells in it. Again, this picture was taken with nobody in the building but the person taking the picture. So and that place was active. It was very active. It's an old mining town. So
He probably didn't have to do snow around either. See it?
Yeah, you can see that very.
yeah, if you look at it, when we go here, there was no electricity, no heat, so it'd be a blizzard outside. You can see the snow all out
that
there.
was a blizzard for sure.
And snow
Wow.
would come into the windows and doors, and we would sit there all bundled up to investigate, but it was freezing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another good clip. Unexplainable. The boots. It looks like boots.
Yeah. It looks like, yeah. And
Yeah,
the one place she went to was really bad weather. Was at a bed and breakfast in Gettysburg. There was first snow, and they had freezing rain. So you walk outside, the ice crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, but Gettysburg, that's a phenomenal place.
I love that place. I was there 40 minutes away out of there, so got to go there a lot.
Yeah, well, growing up we did too, and it's just I think it'd be cool for a trip out there. But like you said, you need more than one night.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
need a couple nights. This picture, and I took this, and the reason I like this picture, it is as it is. I haven't messed with it. This is up here at Brigham City Cemetery. Now, I don't investigate cemeteries. I was just out walking, and it's an open area. There's no graves. There's nothing there. It's to be used. And my camera went off, and when I was going back through the pictures, I'm like, wait, there's a cross, and then I thought, is that a dog sitting next to a cross? But then I think, is that a person crouching? But there was nobody there. There was nothing there. Absolutely nothing. And I took other pictures. I'm not the only one who sees the cross and that.
I definitely see the cross.
When it's a bigger picture, I thought it was like a dog sitting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so where that came from, I don't know. Can't explain it.
So the cross, there wasn't anything in
No,
that location. So the cross kind
no,
of just was there in the photo.
it was
Wow.
Interesting.
empty. It was just an open field, nothing there, unused. So I don't know now. We all know in Brigham we had the Indian schools and the Bushnell Army Hospital and that. So what could have been there prior to when that was taken? I don't know.
Wow. It kind of does look maybe like something new in there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. If you see it in a normal frame, you can either think it's a dog, but then the more you look at it, it looks like someone's kind of crouching down. But the cross, I mean,
Yeah.
that just stands out to me.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and that was just with a normal old camera, no flash, no nothing. It was just an old digital camera from like 20 years ago.
Yeah. Yep. That was good cameras back then. I mean,
Well, yeah. Now you just
back
people.
then, say 20 millimeters, so and now it's
Yeah.
up 40, 80,
Now the
4K.
cameras on your cell phones are
A lot better than that.
better
Yeah.
cameras.
Well, not my cell phone. My cell phone's be crap. So. I want to go to your audio now.
You have time with it's our
I've
hour.
got time. Well,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as we're not intruding on you, yeah.
No, I was shooting on you for the first half an hour.
Oh no.
That was nice.
It's good to hear other people's.
Oh no, I love sharing stuff. You know. Okay, I'll play the first one. I got the volume up the whole way, so it's y'all hear it.
So I can explain this.
I hear the shush,
It's
and at the very end of it, I hear something in the far background
well,
distance.
as we know,
Yeah.
we lose stuff as we're transferring it. But that was actually in a salon here in Ogden. That was an old house, and we had the audio there, and we caught this little kid saying, "It sucks doing school shit." There was no child there, and you can hear the investigator talking, and this kid's voice just comes in. It sucks doing school shit. It's a great clip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be a feel this shit too, so.
Yeah.
If that all places that old jail. So someone's
Okay.
first just to do shit.
Yeah. I mean, we have EVPs where we're being cussed at, and
Oh,
yeah.
I called the C word out of too, so
I
I'm very
love,
nice.
I love going and getting those clips when they're
Yeah.
calling you.
Call his name.
Yeah.
Actually, actually call say my name too. Hi, Scott. I got that before, but yeah, so. I love you. I heard that too. All right, next one's called Parrot.
Oh yeah. We all know this one.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo.
That's Max.
So what's the cracker?
Well, to me it sounds like I can't hear you,
Yeah.
but it's a parrot.
Yeah.
Does it not sound like a parrot?
Yeah. Yeah. It does.
Again, that's something we've not been able to debunk or.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
And it was Max and I sitting in the room alone, and that was on the piano.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and Max was peekaboo. We didn't hear it, but when I played it back, it's like, gosh, it sounds like a parrot. Couldn't find any history of the parrot, though.
That's wild.
What caused him to say peekaboo? Was it just a random?
Oh, because we were in there because it was the house was divided into sections for different daughters and that, and after a while we were just sitting there and we were saying if there were any kids, so we were trying to just do little things to grab the attention, and Max just out of the blue goes peekaboo. And then we got that response, so it's a good clip. I like that one.
If a real word, a real mean voice saying, I see you.
Yeah. We expected.
I'd be running there. No, that's going too. Okay, this one I like too. Man, what's up?
Dining room.
So it's just the counter in the dining room?
Yeah.
What's up?
The dining room.
So it's just the counter in the dining room?
Yeah.
What's up?
The dining room.
So it's just the counter in the dining room?
Yeah.
That's Cordell and Dave, and as Cordell's talking, there's a man goes, "What's up?"
Mm-hmm.
Right over him, clear as day. What's up?
Yeah.
We got some good evidence. That was a school. It was school. Then it was a school like community center, school administration buildings. So.
Wow. Yeah. You got the last one you have here is Google. Yes, the kid.
Google.
Yeah.
It's not the good giggle.
I'll throw it out there for anybody. Any ladies or guys want to come over and say hi to us?
Come join us.
Let us know you're here. Pull up a chair. Relax.
That's the alley. That was perfect freaking timing.
Yeah.
Is there someone in the alley? Just make sure. Look out that window.
Ladies, anybody? Well,
I think you can hear that like this.
Yeah, that's Jerry and I, and we had a table. We had moved base camp up to second floor atrium, which we had never done. And as we're sitting there talking and inviting, and we heard it with our own ears. It was like a girl came out of the room right in front of us, started giggling, turned, and at the end she's saying a sentence. I don't know what's being said, but like she just ran off. And it was so crystal clear. And both Jerry and I were like, oh my God, perfect timing. But you can hear me say, go check the alley to make sure there's nobody out there. There was nobody there, and it was late at night. And yeah, I thought that was a good one.
Yeah, you got a lot of Googling too, let's face it.
Well, it gave off an emotion too. It wasn't just you heard it in the moment. It was like you connected with this, like she intentionally was coming out laughing with you and then saying something and then like running off. Like if a kid would pop in, say something, and take off, So it was more than just hearing it. It was a emotional kind of thing too. It was really good.
It's kind of like that Hallman one where I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hear that one?
Oh, I don't even know
I can play that one if you want. It's the one Hallman where I heard that.
Oh.
Okay. It'll be quick. Otherwise. Yeah. Can I hear you? Oh, that's weird. I got chills. I was asking for Jacob or Hannah. I swore, or I thought I said Hannah. Her. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear in the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
Is Hannah here too?
Like someone's acknowledging.
Mm-hmm.
Shady. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard that. I'm like, oh, yeah.
It sounds like you were going up some stairs. Like
Actually,
there
that was
a lot of steps.
no. I was actually setting up my cameras in the kid's bedroom, and
Oh,
then the girl was here talking. She was upstairs and doing her other room. And I said to her, "So I think I heard this." And yeah.
I have a clip I should have sent. It's from a house, and it's the second oldest house in the city. And at one time, it was a brothel. And as I'm talking with another investigator, there's a female that just screams. Now, we're in debates about this. Some say she says boobs, and others saying she says boobs. But she just screams it out loud right over us. It's a great clip, but
Wow.
I should share it sometime.
Yeah.
Either way, someone was having some fun.
Yeah, I don't mind sharing my stuff. I usually do. I mean,
And it's
but sharing scary.
like most, EVPs are the abundance of evidence.
Yeah, it's really tough to get videos.
It's always like it happens when the cameras aren't on or the cameras die, or it's just like Murphy's Law.
Yeah,
It's just
that Barry's died pointing outside. They were fine, and yeah, thanks.
I have a clip which I should share sometime, and I had a ball setting out. It was the same ball that was thrown at me, and Colette's up behind me, and I'm like, okay, put the camera on it. So I had the ball set up, and she's like, well, this never happens when the camera's on. And she was just as she was starting the camera, the ball gets thrown at me, and it hits the wall and bounces back, and I'm like, oh shit, and it's like, again, just as we were saying, it was not on camera. It's like when camera's off, things happen, camera's on.
Yeah, what you gotta do is, if they know if they're sworn off, you think they're sworn off, what you do is you take a little piece of tape, like cover a red light on the camera.
Yeah, well, is it something? is there an interference? What were you?
It's not on. I don't see a red light. It's not on.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody would have known what a camera was. But
yeah, I know. But that's funny. Too much fun. I'll tell you. I miss getting out. Do you guys have, before we go, do you guys have a place you want to get to you didn't get to yet?
Oh, there's a lot of places.
Oh God.
To get to. Around here, we've pretty much got to do a lot. But I'm trying. There's a couple of places here in Utah I would like to do. Some of them are like there's that old mansion from the German brewery guy. It's just an abandoned place now. I've talked to them, but and then it's Monroe Mansion. I don't know. There's some here, but they're tied up with the Mormon church and that you can't get in. But,
yeah.
But I like to go like back to the Midwest. I like to go to Trans Allegheny. I like to go to some of those prisons. Bushy, is it Bushy? In Tennessee, and then places. Well, you can go right up there to Ohio, big prison there. That so yeah, and there's places I like to go back to, Gettysburg and that, but
There's that Mount Holly Jail in New Jersey. It's pretty good. Mount Holly.
I like doing jails. Our Kimberly and I did one last year, and we had the weirdest. I mean, that night was, we were just connected to who was there.
Yeah.
That it was just it was a great night, but long story short, I did capture EVPs because at one point I was just in this one jail cell. I was just glued in there, couldn't leave it there, but I just started, like, pain was ripping through me. I had this god awful pain. And, long story short, they eventually got me out. Kimberly went in. I didn't tell her anything about my experiences. And then she started going through the same thing. And we came out, and then we discovered the history behind what happened in that room.
Yeah.
But on audio, I actually got a voice saying I was sick too. These comments were specifically to the event that happened there, but it was a crazy night, but it was good.
It was good.
But,
wow. Yeah. I'll do it. Love these places.
I also like just going out and just finding places. I'm a big one for discovering places as you're just out and about or traveling, and then making friends and learning the history, and it opens up a lot of opportunities and locations, and on the you're here for the night, sure, come investigate this and that. So I like just unknown places too.
Yeah. I like going to cemeteries too.
I find cemeteries very peaceful, but I am instantly drawn to, like, the children's cemetery and that.
I made an app for the phone. All cemeteries in Ohio, broken up by north, south, east, west. And you just put it on your phone, and you hit it, and it gives directions to get there. A GPS.
Oh, wow. Calvary is where my mom and some of my dad is, and that's one of the oldest cemeteries out there. It's beautiful. But I think Salt Lake has a huge cemetery. I think I've been there once, but
it is huge.
But I don't think I've ever. Well, yeah, I've only been there once, but I know everybody wants to go there to check it out. We're gonna have a guest, Gail, come on. I have a story with Gail. We went into a cemetery for just a walking tour, and my daughter says my mom picks things up. So Gail's like, okay, I'm gonna put you to the test, and I nailed it. Where certain people and things were happening and that, but I just find cemeteries very peaceful and
I do too.
And a lot of legends get started in cemeteries. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But still fun.
Yeah. There's a lot out there. And I think you just got to stop and look. And sometimes the newest building can have the best evidence, because unfortunately people think, if it's old, it's haunted, it's going to have all this evidence, and they bypass new buildings and that. And it just doesn't work that way. Because we've got brand new buildings that have more activity than old ones. So
Oh, it could be the old land too.
yeah.
So,
Yep. And that's where history comes in. Sanborn maps. And
yeah.
I actually found for one city, they gave me the Sanborn maps, and I was going through it because the location we were investigating, I wanted to see how far back it went. And before it was there was actually a little jail. And I told the county historian and all that, like, why didn't you tell us about the jail? And they're like, what jail? I was like, there's a jail at this, and they didn't even know about it. Did not. So I discovered a jail.
Yeah. That's cool. Wow. It's
Yeah.
amazing stuff.
I mean, if you've been doing this long enough, hearing other people's stories and evidence and that, it clicks in your mind. Oh yeah, I forgot. Because you do this so much. There's just so many things that happen.
Yeah, it's like,
True.
Yeah. It's in the file system. Absolutely.
hmm.
Absolutely.
I got time stuff on. I got 8 terabyte drive over there for
Well, yeah,
stuff.
I'm getting a new hard drive too because they're full. They're full.
Yeah.
Full of ones that need to be reviewed.
Yeah. Well, you'll eventually get to them.
Yeah. Winter's coming, so
Yeah.
I was going through some today from Eureka, Nevada. So, but like it's a process, especially video.
Oh yeah.
Video's a process.
Yeah, because they have to both listen and watch.
Yeah, and then you got a clip, and you got to make sure you have enough time. And that's something I appreciate that you do, is that on your audios, and that you have time before the EVP and then time after. And you have to have that. It drives me crazy when there's a clip and it's just, did you hear it? I'm like, I heard something, but you want a little bit of what's prior and what's after to give a good clip there. But
well, first I was the first group they did that. They EVP log. So I usually give at least 10 seconds before and after. So.
Yeah, and time stamping.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just everything, the direction, because we do think that the EVPs are directional. We're kind of coming to that conclusion. So when new people come on, we're like, timestamp it, date, time, you make a noise, timestamp it. After watch, I use military time for everything. And I know it drives Kimberly nuts at times, but when you marry into military, that's all you get to know. So,
well, there's something.
I hate it.
Well, it's easier to say 1800 versus 6 a.m. or if you say 6, they're like a.m. or p.m. I'm like, okay, 1800. There, it's p.m.
Then that I wish that they had voice recorders that actually they had time on to set, but I wish they'd have it that when you stop at that point, the time would already be on it. You know what I mean?
Oh, like
already stamped.
Yeah. That's why it's like you gotta have your timestamp in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing worse than having a piece you capture an EVP and you're like, what's the timestamp? You gotta look, how many minutes are we in? Subtract that from this and that.
Right.
Estimate, but Yeah, but I remember using the old tape recorders
Mm-hmm.
and the tape, and there was the debate. Is a tape more EVP on that more legit than a digital? But you had to be careful because when traveling, if it got hot, your tape would just get all messed up, or
Mm-hmm.
it'd get knotted or break, or get lost. It was, and then trying to transfer that, it was a lot.
And plus, they had the digital numbers that turned
Yeah,
each one.
yeah.
And they stop. That's 3405. Mark that.
I did. We did an investigation up in the Alexander Inn up in Washington State, and up by Mount Rainier, and it's a little house that sits up there, and it has so much activity. It's out in the middle of nowhere, but everybody who stays there writes in the book activities or anything that they experienced. And I had taped, and I'm like, all right, when I get home, I'm going to go through this. On the way home, my bag of tapes got lost.
Oh.
And I was just like, ugh.
I was so up.
I was so upset. But that's a place I'd like the team to go investigate. And it's a cool place. There's no TVs, no nothing, but I had an awesome experience there. But yeah, so there's little places out there that like to go and take everybody. So
yeah. Wow.
I think we're gonna have to take a trip back to Ohio.
Yep.
Rob, you're going to Pennsylvania hunting. We're just gonna.
I'll meet you there.
No, you can tie me on like the deer.
Yeah, I could definitely get us in time museum. So let me know we're coming out.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. Road tripping, and then along the way stopping off at places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can stop by the Villisca.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Well, folks, about ready to wrap it up.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay. Like I said, I'll have you guys back on again.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably maybe next early next year, you guys get some more under your belt. Well, you got a ton of stuff to share anyway, so.
Yeah, I've got a lot of evidence I can share, and some great locations. We got some things coming up, and so I would be honored to come back on and
Oh, definitely.
That's more. I would like to hear some more of your stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got a lot to do, so.
Yeah. It's not very often I get to hear other people's evidence, and so I mean, I would love to hear more.
I would like to hear something from the Hinsdale house.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I'd like to see that whole investigation on video.
I got the howling. You guys want to hear that quick?
Yeah. I would like to do like eyes view with just being, seeing everything.
This is where ass noise that we heard from the wood from there. Okay, definitely. It sounds like some missing recorder on poetry out there. And then they go like a moan and your woods in the background hear a howl. I hear birds too.
Yeah, it's like a Disney moment.
I was on for 3 minutes for it.
Either that is a giant ass dog howling,
Sounds
but
like coon
the
howl.
echoing and that's
But there's a whole bunch of them, but it changes the tone too later down, and it just sounds like a bunch of. I can't. I mean,
at the end it almost sounds like there's two, like interrupting.
I think it's more than that. Once it gets to the end, I just played a little bit for you, but yeah.
Now, that'd be Drew. He'd be like, Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
I just did feel it.
Bigfoot.
I'd say it's a bunch of Bigfoot having an orgy.
Well, you know you're in Ohio, and Ohio.
Yeah.
You know what Ohio's known for?
It's
not Bigfoot. It's the Ohio Grassman.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Yeah. I actually did a show about the legends of creatures and yeah. All right. Thanks for putting up with me for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
It's always when time goes by fast. You're always having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I love talking about ghosts and paranormal stuff.
Well, yeah, you're 2 hours ahead of us too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Then thank you for adjusting your time as well. You truly.
Yeah, I do a lot. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. So it's hard to get people on. So.
Well, we'll join you anytime.
Yep. One time for a West Coast, I went on Nighthawk. Just that. So it doesn't matter.
Danny, every time you had that light.
I know. Trying to keep my head there.
Just right, it's her halo.
Martina! Okay.
I was looking at the Ohio Grassman.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some videos out there. It's.
There's that's out there, I think.
Yeah. But Scott, I want to thank you very much for having us on tonight.
It's definitely my pleasure.
It's been ours too, and absolutely would love to come back on. Really would. More.
Yep, that's a definite. So we'll do that.
Wonderful. Great.
Okay. Well, next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Night, everybody.
All right. Happy haunting.
Happy
hunting.